is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, November 5th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Erica and Stephanie. How you guys feeling today?
Fabulous.
Feel good.
I like it. See, I like it already. I was a little bit like this. Now I'm up a little bit.
You know what November the 5th is in England? It's our bonfire night. Not that we're having one here.
There's like a national day, so everyone has bonfires?
Yeah, for Guy Fawkes, the guy who tried to blow up the House of Parliament. It's like it's kind of like, you know, on Independence Day here, and everyone has like the fireworks and everyone like celebrates and has loads of food. That's our night in England tonight. But we're not independent. It was someone trying to be independent with the government. They tried to blow it up. Doesn't matter. It's one of my favourite days of the year.
So they're not necessarily celebrating this man and what he did.
Oh no, they make a scarecrow of him and put him on a fire and set him on fire because he tried to take down the Parliament.
Well, that was an important part of the story.
Yeah.
So it's almost happy hour. What are we doing?
I know, right?
I like a good bonfire, but let's get to some American stories first. All right, Michael J. Fox is Alex P. Keaton. Anybody LFO fans? Nobody. He's opening up about what he calls the darkest moment in his life. Speaking to People magazine, the actor who has Parkinson's disease says he struggled to put on a shiny, happy face after he had surgery to remove a spinal tumor and then fell and broke his arm. He was alone and says he was waiting for the ambulance and he felt like this is as low as it gets. Eventually, Michael realized that optimism is rooted in gratitude, something Erica Cobb would say, and acceptance, and was able to move past that dark time. Michael also credits his wife of 32 years, Tracy, for that optimism. He says they laugh for a good 2 minutes about something every day. All right, well, no one got my boy band LFO reference, but were you guys fans of Family Ties? Because that's where him and his wife met. Remember that?
Yeah, who wasn't a fan of Family Ties?
Da-da-da-da.
Not gonna lie, I don't know what that is.
Well, it was an 80s sitcom. You see
there you go.
Here.
The Keaton family.
I wasn't like a diehard Family Ties fan, but everybody was a diehard Michael J. Fox fan.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Yeah. Back to the Future.
That's the one I'm talking
the
about.
The glasses.
But Erica,
Pizza Hut, book it when you get the Back to the Future glasses and be like Michael J. Fox. Yes.
But I listen, I love the walk down memory lane and all that, but I want to focus on optimism here.
Right.
Because that's right up your alley, and that's what's getting them through these tough times.
You know, apparently Michael J. Fox's condition has deteriorated to the point where he is having trouble remembering his lines, and he's really concerned about how that's going to affect him and his acting career. But he has always kind of shown and been the epitome of optimism. He's been battling Parkinson's for quite some time, and the gratitude thing and the laughing thing is very important. There's an exercise in Kundalini Yoga, which I practice, twice a week, and you laugh, belly laugh, for like 3 minutes, and you are so uncomfortable, and it makes you feel a little weirded out by yourself. But after about 20 seconds, real authentic laughter comes, and sometimes like tears come because you're really emoting. So I think those types of things are really important.
Wait, so for the first, how many seconds did it take for you to get into that mode of you're actually laughing?
It's probably like 5 to 10 seconds, but it feels like 30 seconds because you feel so ridiculous just being like, you don't even know why.
Well, they say though, don't they? Like, if you laugh, it adds like a year or something. If you have a really good laugh, it adds like a year or something on your life. Don't they say that?
Yeah. Listen, what am I saying? I was going to go with that thing about the laughing thing because you do that in acting class to just loosen you up sometimes, you know? But going back to Michael J. Fox, I want to move to the next story, but he's in Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is one of my favorite shows, and he plays himself with Parkinson's, and he plays into the role. So I'm not making fun of him here. Whoa. He plays into the role that him and Larry David, who's the creator and like kind of his nemesis, they kind of butt heads on the show, not in real life, but he gives him a Diet Coke, but then because of his Parkinson's, it's all shooken up. He's like, did you shake that up on purpose? He's like, no, just the Parkinson's. So he takes that and brings it into his acting and laughs at himself in real life. So I think that's a real step towards his optimism, not laughing at him, but laughing with him. And I wish Michael J. Fox the best because he is such a big part of our childhood and what he's going through right now. So wanted to put that in there. What a great guy. All right, moving on to Britney Spears is asking a judge to completely remove her dad as her legal co-conservator. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Britney claims her dad hired a new business manager without consulting her. And after her After her old one quit, Britney claims the new manager also has ties to her dad's legal team. She wants her current trust company to look after her finances and her dad completely out of the picture. Despite all of her legal troubles, Britney recently posted this message to her fans on Instagram. Let's check it out.
Hi, so I know that there have been a lot of comments and a lot of people saying a lot of different things about me, but I just want to let you guys know that I am fine. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, and I'm sending all of you guys a lot of prayers, wishes, and a lot of love.
Do either of you follow Britney Spears on Instagram? You do?
Yeah, I'm a diehard fan.
What, honestly, and again, not poking fun or anything, what do you think of some of those posts that she has on social media?
Do you know why she's the happiest she's ever been? Because we're in the midst of a pandemic and she's not being forced to talk consistently by people that claim all of her finances, which she has repeatedly said she does not want to do, and allegedly been bribed with access to her children, and multiple other things that are absolutely horrendous. I think, you know, she's made it very clear for a long time she does not wish for her father to be in control of as much as he has been for a very long time. She even said, literally a matter of months ago, her ex-manager was in a lot of control of her life and she was very happy. And when the conservatorship was coming to an end, she requested that her manager at the time take full ownership. She said, I don't want to be on my own. I'm accepting that, like, this is what the courts want. I'm happy for that. I just want her now ex-manager, to have full custody. And she was very happy. And now the manager's quit. So I don't know why the manager has quit. I don't know what's happened. But it's like her dad just doesn't let go. And she's repeated so many times that she doesn't wish for that. And she's not saying she wants to be on her own and flying solo and that she doesn't need help or care. She's never said that. But it's just getting to the point now. It's just getting ridiculous. It's actually out of control.
I'm kind of sad for her. We cover her a lot. And to me, this is a sad story. I don't know why. Do you feel that way?
Yes, I feel it's very sad. I've spoken about it before. It feels very violating of every single aspect of her life. I just feel like sometimes we get into celebrity news and I'm like, I can't even touch this because it's such an intrusion into someone's life to have this just play out in the public. Like, it's very tragic.
Right. The speculation on all celebrities or people on television that are really famous, I feel bad for. You know, the Justin Biebers of the world.
Yeah.
You know, those are just real people. Britney Spears is just a person trying to get through life, and she has family troubles just like everybody else. But I know it's hard to relate to some people because they're like, oh, well, go cry into your mansion and all your money.
You got to think
that's not the case for everybody.
The spotlight is so on her that she doesn't get room to breathe, literally. So no wonder she's happy right now, because she's actually left to her own devices, living her life with her boyfriend that she's incredibly happy with. And I do think, you know, this is the best she's ever been because she's being allowed the freedom to just be herself, and she's not a constant show pony being told to perform.
I like it. Well, we're pulling for you, Britney, and we're pulling for you, Michael J. Fox. Coming up on DBL, surviving sex addiction, Jana Kramer and Mike Cousin have been through hell and back in their marriage, and we ask about them. My wife is a big fan. Plus, you're in for a laugh when what is with my stuttering today? When politicians read mean tweets about themselves on Jimmy Kimmel's show, we'll show you our favorite moments. And as we go to break, we want to thank our coworkers producing the show from home during the pandemic. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Given the current political climate, we could definitely use a laugh.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Kimmel invited some politicians to read mean tweets about themselves. I love this. Let's take a look.
Bernie Sanders seems like the type of guy who'd return a single piece of fruit to Walmart and hold up the line for an hour. Well, not quite, but I do hope that the workers in Walmart can eventually earn a living wage with decent benefits.
Elizabeth Warren is what happens when Jan Brady grows up.
If Templeton the rat from Charlotte's Web had a successful rat cousin he hated for being an unctuous slime ball, it would be Ted Cruz.
It came on me like I had to read a mean tweet about myself. But I think that's the best way to get through some of these things. Are like, because people, I don't understand their hate online, but the best way to kind of get rid of them is to steer right into it.
I can't take it seriously unless it's like a threat and someone's just like off their rocker. But most of it, it's like, I mean, Anthony, my husband and I sit down and do this all the time. Like, if I get something, I'll be like, oh, wait, listen to this one, listen to this one. So this woman who looks to be about blah, 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 and blah, 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 just said, this is this about me. And then we'll look at it and we'll laugh, and then we'll laugh some more. Like, and then she said...
But I mean,
it's hilarious.
It's
like,
crazy.
Who puts that type of time? Like, really?
People with no lives is the kind of people. The people that literally, like, I call them keyboard warriors. They're sat at home. You know, they don't do anything else and then, like, send out mean messages, which Jeff and I have said this a million times as well. They're the kind of people that send you all these, like, they make a fake account because they don't even want to, like, you know, share their real profile. And then they're the same people that when they see you in the street, they're like, we love you on dating last night. Can we get a selfie? And you're like, I know.
I know.
You should start asking people, like, how much is the rent that I am paying in your head? Because obviously... I must be writing you a check every month. Like, I'm just taking up all this space in your head for free.
But listen, they're not just writing you. They're on there all day like a job, writing hundreds of people.
I know.
Hundreds. So
I
it's
think
like,
they just hope for, like, one reply or something. But, I mean... My mom always said to me, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
I actually converted one because one of
I converted.
I converted because so it was a family function and there was a in-law and I said something to the effect of like, who are these people that sit around just write nasty comments? Like, do they have no life? And one of the guys goes, sometimes I do that. And I was like, honey, let me tell you what we do on the other side because I guarantee you will never, ever do it again. And I told him, and by the end of the weekend, he was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I was like, yeah, because I'm going to tell you to your face, you look like a loser.
and we're going to leave it there. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. You know, Pat Benatar was onto something when she wrote Love is a Battlefield. There might not be a couple who knows that better than Jana Kramer and Mike Cosson. Their relationship scandals have made headlines, but earlier they told me they're ready to use the bad for good. Check it out.
She was a rising star in Hollywood and Nashville. He was a professional football player. When they met, their romance moved fast. From engagement to marriage to expecting their first child, all within a year. But with the highs came lows. A cheating scandal split the couple apart. But Jana returned to Mike's side when he later admitted to having a sex addiction. Now, the couple says they're stronger than ever with 2 kids and is passing on their learned life lessons to other couples in a new book, The Good Fight.
Welcome, Jana and Mike, to Daily Blast Live.
Hey, Erica, thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for being here. And we're going to jump right in because every couple has their own dirty laundry, but not every couple reveals theirs in a book. So what do you say to the people who believe relationship issues maybe should stay in the bedroom?
I mean, I definitely think, there's some truth to that. There's certain things that we don't tell our friends, but I also think being open and vulnerable with your friends is sometimes can really help a relationship. I know a lot of times couples that we've known and friends that we've had, like once they've expressed kind of their issues, it doesn't hold as much weight for them and they might have a better relationship. So I think sometimes sharing is actually a really healthy thing for the relationship.
Mike, you've done more than just control the narrative. You've been very open about your addiction issues. And most of the time when someone is open about something like addiction that they're battling, people applaud them for their transparency because they're helping other people who might be going through it. But when we talk about sex addiction, many people are still coming around to the understanding that it is in fact a real addiction. So how do you deal with people who don't believe it's a real condition?
That's a great question. And it's unfortunate because I do feel that way at times where, if I was in AA or, in 12-step program for drugs or anything else, you get a little bit more pat on the back and empathy and support in the fact that my addiction isn't socially accepted yet. And society is about 10 to 15 years behind, the ball on that. There's a lot more shame involved in it. And, I have my moments where I might feel uncomfortable in a moment because maybe someone's judging me a little bit more because they don't believe in sex addiction or think it's a married man's excuse and all of this. But you know what? It's my truth. It's the life that I live, and that's all that matters to me. And fortunately, over time, I've been able to get more comfortable with that. And I have an amazing wife that supports me. So that's really all that matters to me.
Okay, so let's dive more into the book. Now, you share the advice to, quote, claim your baggage. And sometimes that baggage is infidelity. So when a relationship is built on trust and that trust is broken, is it possible to fully trust that person again?
It's hard when you're living with an addict. Do I trust Michael today? Yeah, I do. He's showing up today as a husband. He's shown up as a father today. The problem with our relationship is like every time you start to trust, something would happen, and then it's just like you can never like hold on to anything. So now, if we get a couple good years in us where we feel like okay, like he's been straight and we've been good, then I can be like, okay, I can trust this a little bit more. But I think it just takes time, and it takes a lot of goodwill and a lot of love in the bank.
Well, I appreciate the love in the bank thing because really you're talking about your baggage and bringing it up in a relationship. And do you think that it's important that you have certain amounts of deposits of love in the bank before you start bringing up your baggage? Or do you think that it's something that should be brought up maybe before, all of those deposits are made?
Even when I met him, I was like, look, I've been married 2 times before. I have daddy issues. I've got this, I've got that. And I'm like, you kind of take it or you leave it. Like, I want a kid. I want to get married.
Right.
Like, maybe I was a little, but it worked in the beginning.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
I think it depends on what age you're at and level of maturity.
Right. Well, I mean, Jana, to be honest, I am a lot like you in terms of I just put it all out there like, listen, this is it. I'm remarried. I told my now husband that, listen, I'm a divorcee. I have these issues, blah, blah, blah. Like, basically, this is what it is. I was very transparent in the beginning. And, you know, I do believe that helped at least manage expectations of who we were and what we were both bringing to the table. Well, I thank you and Mike because I really do appreciate your honesty and transparency. I know that you are helping other people get through and make their relationships better. Their best-selling book, The Good Fight, is on bookstore shelves now. And if you need more Mike and Jana in your life, you can also check out their award-winning podcast, Wind Down. We will be right back.
Thanks, girl.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for some sweet deals because earlier I showed Tori some amazing deals at some pretty awesome prices. So here is this week's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com.
What do you have for us today, Steph, right across from me?
This is Ultra Limited Edition 2-inch professional blowout.
Ooh.
The unique design combines the powerful airflow of a dryer with the smoothing and volumizing benefits of a round brush. So usually this is $150, but we've got it for $39, saving 74%.
Steph, that's fantastic.
Okay, next up, this is the L'Oreal Paris Revitalift Anti-Wrinkle and Firming 3-piece skincare set. So it includes a firming and anti-wrinkle day cream, eye cream, and night cream.
Bravo.
So it's the perfect set for everyday use to combat aging. Normally, this set is $54.
It's expensive.
We've got it for $25, Tori, saving our viewers 54%. Tori, this one, I find keeping my fridge like really hard to keep it tidy.
Yeah.
So this is a 10-pack Heidi and Oak fridge mat that help me keep things a bit organized.
Okay.
So they're colorful, so you can put them in your refrigerator and help keep it clean from drips and messes. So normally they're $40. But we've got them for $15, which means you're saving 62%.
That's and you get a 10-pack.
And then last but not least, this is the Odyssey Mind and Body Motion Activated Sanitizer and Soap Dispenser.
I love that.
So normally this is $50, but we've got it, are you ready?
Yeah.
For $19, saving 62%.
Head on over, everyone, to morningsave.com to snag all these amazing deals that Steph showed us at the lowest prices. Seriously, you can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone. It's easy. Steph, it is so good to see your face and to be in the studio with you. Thank you so much.
Steph, back in studio doing sweet, sweet deals.
I know, right? I felt like very fancy, like going behind all my products, showing everyone at home what you need in your life with some pretty awesome discounts,
With some good discounts. And the stand-up over here is a throwback.
I know. I used to do Coming In Hot in our afternoon shows, so Daily Blast Live films and lots of ones. Watch it, afternoon show 2 also.
And Erica wants a disposable soap thing, so
I do.
hook her up.
Wave my hand.
There you go. DBL's new every day. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then.